Hi, guys. Good morning. Today we're going to be talking about World War II, okay, which lasted at least America's involvement for 4 years, okay? But before we do that, we're going to talk a little bit about what brought the world to World War II. That's World War One, briefly. To understand World War II, you've got to understand World War One. Now, World War One lasted from 1914 to 1918 over in Europe. In all, 40 million people were killed in this. That includes military and civilians as well, too. Now, the war pitted the Central Powers, which were Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Turkey, against the Allies, which were France, Great Britain, Russia, Italy, and Japan. Okay? Now, keep in mind, once again, Italy and Japan were our friends back in this war. Okay? Now, we, the US, entered the war in 1917. Now, in 1918, the Treaty of Surrender, when the Germans and everyone else surrendered, was called the Treaty of Versailles, and it was signed in Paris in 1919. Now, one of its major problems of this is that even though there are different countries involved, the treaty placed the burden of war guilt entirely in the country of Germany. What did that mean? The Allies told Germany that it had to make reparation payments to the Allies totaling billions with a B of dollars. Okay. Germany, of course, at this point was devastated and did not have that kind of money. Germany was also forced to give up a great deal of territory in this treaty, which of course created a very unstable Europe at that time. Now, Germany at this point had been humiliated in front of the world. Okay, so in a nutshell, the treaty failed miserably. The winners didn't like it either. The losers, of course, didn't like it, and nobody really benefited from it. Okay, so let's fast forward a few years. Germany and most of Europe are in economic ruins still. Then the National Socialist Party, the Nazi Party, appears in the early 1930s, and a man by the name of Adolf Hitler takes power in 1933. Now, the Nazis pledged to restore German cultural values, reverse the provisions of that horrible treaty, which included Germany basically being allowed to have no military. That was part of the treaty they had. I think it was for 100 years they were not allowed to amass a military. That didn't work out too well, as we found out later on. Hitler had German factories secretly mass producing planes, tanks, guns, you name it. No one knew about this, all in secret. Okay? Now, the major causes of the start of World War II were numerous. We'll take a look at those right now.